Hey guys, what's up? Mr. Malfi here, and today you are going to be learning Free Falling by John Mayer. First of all, I don't know why I'm wearing all this, so take this off. And second of all, this is John Mayer's version. It is a lot different than Tom Petty's, like I just posted today. So for this version, you will need a capo. As you see, I have a capo on the 3rd fret. So take a second to get your capo and put it on the 3rd fret. The capo I have sucks, I'm not gonna lie. You have to like untwist it and twist it back on, but I'm sure you guys have the easy apply ones where you just, slip it on. This song is definitely not for a beginner, so if you're a beginner out there, I suggest try to find another song to start to, like the one I just posted by Tom Petty. That version, just for beginners. This version involves a lot of barring and finger picking, plus strumming. So, I mean, if you're beginning, you obviously don't know what barring is, nor finger picking. So anyways, let's get to the lesson. So, let's see. First, I'm going to play it again, and then I'll explain it. I'm just going to play a little bit of it. Alright, so that's the song. There's more to it, obviously. I will get to that part after. But for now, the beginning of it, you put your capo on the 3rd fret. And what you're going to do is slide down to the 5th fret. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can count out. Go to the 5th fret and bar your fingers, your pointer finger on the high E, the 2nd string, the 3rd string, and if you can, the 4th string. But it's your what's it called? It's your preference. If you can't reach 4, then just do 3 to the first 3 strings. I can do all of them, but I just do, I think, the first 4 or 5. So once you do that, you bar. Bring your middle finger to the 2nd string of the 6th fret. The 6th fret. So put your middle finger on the 2nd string of the 6th fret. Alright? So we have our strings barred and our middle finger on the 2nd string of the 6th fret. Okay? So that's how it is, the whole song basically, and then you're gonna take off your finger and whatnot, but we will get there later. So you also want your thumb on the low E string on the 5th fret. So this is going to be really hard for people that have small hands, or if you're a beginner. I recommend stretching and just trying to get the chords, because you have to reach your thumb over to the low E and still keep your fingers in position. So this is the first chord. So you have the first 3 or 4 fingers barred, your middle finger on the 2nd string of the 6th fret, and your thumb reach over to the low E of the 5th fret. Okay? Okay, so that's the first chord. Now how you do that is you pluck the low E string, and then the 3rd string, and then the 2nd string. Got that? So after you do that, you slap it. Not like a slap, just with your thumb like this. Alright? You got that? And I'm not moving my fingers. Okay? Now, the second note you're just doing, so it's the first note. Alright, so you just slide your thumb over to the 6th fret and you pluck all strings at once. So you go. Alright, so I recommend just doing that. That may take you an hour, half hour, 5 seconds, I don't know, but just get that part down. That's the most important part. So, you know, just so again, all strings at once for the second part, and you're just moving your thumb over. Alright, now the third part, it's kind of confusing because you're going back and forth into changing the notes and whatnot, so I'm going to play quickly and then I'll explain it. Alright, so that's just what we've been doing, the first 2 chords I just showed you. And now you pluck it all at the same time, this again, slap, bring it back over, and then let go of your middle finger, so you're just playing the bar strings, and you can keep your thumb there, but you're not playing that, you're playing the 5th string. So alright. Okay. So that's a good thing to also practice, so just keep doing this. Just keep doing this. If I were you, just stay here. So that's what part you should start off with, okay? So once you get that part done, once you do that, you don't have to, but if you want to make it sound a little fancy, you just pluck the 3rd string, and then you pluck the 2nd string. So you put your your middle finger back to where it was. So you pluck the 3rd string, pluck the 2nd string, and pull off and pluck it. So it's like a hammer off. So you that sounds fancy when you do that. So far we got alright. Keep practicing that like I said before. Okay. So once you get all that done, that's really confusing. You're gonna bring it back, so you're gonna repeat that thing again, but instead of doing the hammer thing, you're just gonna do this. So and then you're gonna go. So it's just hammer, no hammer, hammer, no hammer. Okay? And then you can start singing, she's a good girl, loves her mama, loves Jesus, and America too. Good girl, Chris Paul, Elvis, loves home. All that shit, alright? And then after you do that so many times, John Mayer gets all excited, he gets all hyped up, and he starts strumming. So basically what that is the same thing as I showed you. Grab a pick, or you can even use your fingers. I like to use a pick. But you're just strumming it. So the same thing, you're repeating what I showed you, back and forth. But you're just going. There's no special way of strumming. You can just do the way you want to do it. That's the way I do it. Up, down, up, down. But that's the lesson. It's really that easy. I know it sounds a lot harder than it is, but once you really practice, you'll get it all. So when I explained it, do step by step. Stop at a certain part, and you're going to want to cover just doing, at first, just start with doing this. Once you get that, then go. Hammer off. And then you keep repeating that. Every other one is a hammer off, or the first one's hammer off, then no hammer off, then hammer off, and back and forth. And then you just strum, and that's the song. Yeah, and if I didn't mention every plucking chord, so you're you slap between all the chords except the. You just go slap, 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 and you don't slap if you hammer off. So. You don't hammer off there. The ones you don't hammer off with, that's when you slap, so. Also, if you want to make the song sound a little better, this is just my touch. You don't have to do this, but it's just an idea of what you could do. So instead of doing the, after you do all that part, you can go. Alright, so that's simply just plucking it all at the same time. So instead of going the, you just slap in between each one. It's not easy. Yeah, that's Free Fallin' by John Mayer. You can see how Tom Petty's version, his version is very different. Comment. Please like this video, add it to your favorites. You don't understand how much help that is for me. Inbox me questions, give me ideas what to post. If you want me to teach you a certain song, I have no problem learning it and showing you how to do it. Anything. So yeah, enjoy the video. Comment, rate, and subscribe.